Hi, my name is Joe. I'm gonna bike all of San Andreas for fun. Sorry, sir. If you're wondering why I'm biking all of Los Santos, I'm still very much new here. This is my fourth day. If you're wondering why I'm biking it, it's because I want to. I think it'd be fun if I would just bike the entire thing. I don't really have a plan more than get from this side of the highway to the other side of the highway, by which I mean going around the big circle. I don't particularly have anything in mind though. I don't know if I'm gonna do like a podcast thing where I just talk about myself, or if I'm just gonna like ramble on like a madman talking about his favorite sport. Suppose that's all for later. We're just starting and we're already at shoe mash. I wonder why you would mash a shoe. In case you're wondering where this is and why I'm in GTA Online, I'm technically playing a thing called Green Leaf. I only realized on my third day that it's actually named after a real TV show called Greenleaf. It's a very interesting thing. The speed limit here is 50 miles an hour, but I'm on the side of the road, so hopefully I'm not breaking the law. Now we gotta climb this uphill. It's very hard because it's uphill in the back. I remember I did something recently where I backed up the mountain of Mount Chiliad. That was pretty hard. Not because the climb itself was hard, but because I had hurt my left leg, meaning that I couldn't climb properly and I couldn't sprint on the back. Couldn't go fast. I had to go about 9 miles an hour up the entire way. It was fun though. That was a very strange sound coming from that truck. I forgot. One thing about Greenleaf is the government, I guess, has so much money. They just give us about $200 for existing every once in a while. I don't know what that means really, if it's just like excess money or if it's like stimulus checks, who knows. Look at that view of the ocean. Never mind. Dang you, truck, for being faster than me. Actually, I'm faster than the truck. That's funny. You're very slow, truck. Never mind. We gotta sprint up these uphills or we're gonna be stuck on them forever like Sisyphus with the boulder. And everyone knows that Sisyphus is still pushing that boulder up the hill all these days later. I wonder if he's ever realized that he's doing something that cannot be done. Or does he even care? I don't know. I haven't looked into those stories a whole lot. I'm trying to get the outskirts of all of Los Santos, so I'm going to be turning left here. Hopefully, no cops try and pull me over for, I don't know, breaking some form of traffic law I'm not aware of. Let's say what happens. I'm sure I'll be fine. And I was. We're on a bridge connecting a part of Los Santos to another part of Los Santos over a very big river. Or perhaps it's just a stream, but from really far away it looks real big. Now, as you might be able to tell, we're not, circling the entire outskirts of Los Santos. I'm mainly taking the highways that go into the biggest circle. But that's the more fun part of it. Just going around, biking around the big circle of Los Santos' highway or freeway. I think it's a freeway for fun. People might wonder if I'm doing it for charity. If I'm doing it for a political message that no one could tell immediately, but they'll put their own political message in anyways. Or if I'm doing it for the environment, I disagree. I'm doing it for no reason other than I want to. I hope people are willing to accept that. That not everything needs to be a very distinct message. Not everything needs to be something for a reason. Some people just like to do things that seem impossible or hard just because it is, and they want to prove that they can be better than it. That is a military helicopter. Quite terrifying. You know, when people think about doing hard things, a quote that I think isn't used enough is JFK when he got inaugurated. He said, "We go to the moon not because they are easy, but because they are hard." That's just like doing a lot of things in life. We can try and do the easy thing and do the thing that brings us the most happiness or value in the short term. Sometimes the hard thing, the thing that takes time and effort, is the thing that's more worth it in the end. Oh, that's a mountain lion. Oh man, he's gonna. Oh, I think he fell off the mountain. Just because he's a mountain lion doesn't mean he's a mountain climber, I guess. I think those are some coyotes or foxes. I think those are foxes. I don't know how I've mistaken them for coyotes. Coyotes are much bigger than that. And there in the distance is Mount Chiliad. I climbed that on a bike. It was very fun. That one I did because friends of mine back home used to say that I would never be able to climb a mountain at all, really, with a bike or on foot. I disagreed. I said that one day I'll climb a mountain just to prove them wrong, and so I did. And here we come across another very big river, or perhaps just a stream far away. Wait a minute, I think I've been getting it wrong the whole time. Streams are not, would not be a stream far away, it'd be a stream up close. Well, I guess I get things wrong all the time. It's very normal for me. Plate, Palito, I almost said Plato, but that's Palito Bay. I wonder what's there. I reckon we'll find out soon enough. Sorry. Peaches, it's just like an apple. It's like a fruit seller. Well, I don't particularly need any fruit. I'm doing well enough on my own. Lumber, oh, it's a lumber yard. It looks like they're selling maybe firewood, maybe wood to make houses. Who knows? I think a dog's barking at me. That was a strange noise from the trees. Great, I imagine that's pretty common in the forest. You see a lot of strange things. Hello, deer. And deer. And deer. Hello, dear. Yeah, you run away now. I don't want to hurt you. The road's a very dangerous place for deer. Yeah, if you look at that, we're at Palito Bay already. I've been to Palito Bay a few times. Had to pick up a car here once. It's a decent place. Small town. That's a gun store over there. We'll take this guy on the sidewalk for a little bit. These people need to mow their sidewalks. Grass is growing in its place instead of the concrete. You have never seen me before. I've never seen you in my life. That was funny to do. I quite like doing that. Oh, it's a food truck. Let me get out of their way. Sorry. Heh, these things are funny. The big noise. Apparently there's a road, I think in California, that's supposed to be a song, but they tuned it wrong. which I think is pretty funny. The Dignity Village. Oh, it's a commune. Well, it's a big wall. And that's Pop's Diner on the other side. I wonder if they have some form of rivalry, if they're going to be right next to each other, or if it's a mere coincidence. This is an awfully big wall. Would ever need something like that. Seems a bit unnecessary after a while. Feels more like you're sending a message than you are actually making something. Yeah, that noise makes me laugh every time. I feel like someday people should do that. Just make these things purely musical. They're really funny. But now I have to kind of ride the line a bit here so I don't get on the road. But I can do it pretty well outside the one time I missed there earlier. But I'll be fine. It's just about riding the line by hitting yourself into a wall half a billion times. I can take the hit damage. I've been in fights before, so my nose is broken. Yep, I did it. I remember when I was taking my driving tests, one of the things they tell you to do is to not look anywhere but where you intend to go. Because if you look right, you'll slowly drift right. If you look left, you'll slowly drift left. Because your eyes will look at something and your body will want to follow. Grapeseed's gonna be on the right. Well, we're not going to Grapeseed, unfortunately for us. We're merely taking the scenic route. Sorry, I can be a bit quiet sometimes. I guess I just don't like to talk every once in a while. Take some breathing air, especially since biking can be real hard on your lungs. You have to kind of take a moment to breathe in real deep, like you're at a yoga session. At least what I think of yoga sections. I bet they do a lot of humming and breathing in and all that. But wouldn't know. I've never been to a yoga fitness thing before. See, well, that's why you don't look off the road and look at a map. I almost hurt myself by hitting that post with my wheel. Thankfully, I'm okay. I've only now realized, since I haven't been really looking at the map, I think we're just taking the highway around the entire city. That's okay. I didn't really give myself rules necessarily of where I had to go, just that I was going to try. Well, it's okay. Hopefully, you guys have had fun listening to me ramble on while I bike around Los Santos' highway system. What is that? U-Tool, the entrance. It looks like a bit like a Home Depot, I'll be honest. But why is it in the middle of nowhere? And why does it look like a warehouse? Well, I guess to be fair, Home Depots do kind of just look like warehouses. The 24/7 supermarket. Well, I mean, that's a very hard thing to try and do to be open 24/7, I imagine. But I guess it's possible. Well, we can't turn right here, so we're going to have to try and beat some traffic. And thankfully we did. Oh boy, that's a big truck. Thankfully he didn't hit me. Otherwise it would have been the end of my life as I knew it. That'd be a very sad way to go. I say that would have been a very sad way to go, but generally we don't have a choice in how we go. Usually it just happens. But maybe if we're lucky, we get to die quietly with some friends by our side or some family by our side. Suppose that's just what makes life life. You don't really know what you're doing 90% of the time, and the other 10% of the time is when it's too late to know. Hell away. Such a very big thing to put on a sign. If you're having fun. That's not very nice. I mean, I don't think having fun would damn you to hell. I don't think me having a fun laugh and spending the time I have with the people I care about should damn my soul to hell. But what do I know? I'm just a dude. I'm gonna have to put some extra effort up this hill. It's very steep. It's a big old uphill, as you can see. There's a slight incline on the screen. I'll probably be doing this for a little bit. That must be a smaller mountain I haven't gone on yet. If you're wondering why I wear these specific clothes, it's because I want to and I like them. So even though I'm wearing khaki shorts with a hoodie, it's just what I want to, and it makes me feel nice. I like these clothes. And I also wear the hat because, obviously that's utilitarian. It gets the sun out of my eyes. That's an interesting building over there. I wonder what it is. I bet it's like state troopers or something. Probably be on my guard that they don't try and arrest me for something I don't know. Laws are hard, and I don't have enough money to go to court. I wonder what's over there with the big wall. The map shows some form of speedway, I think, but I ain't been there, so I don't know. I ain't ever bothered to check. Biking for this long can be very much hell on your legs, but I like the challenge. Let me check the map, make sure I'm going the right way. I know which way to go. Hopefully. Not the best at reading maps, especially with a place I'm still very much new at. That's a very big dog. Hopefully I took the right way. We'll certainly see in a few moments, I suppose. Oh, thank the Lord Almighty. I did in fact get it right. But I mean, I think it would just be good for exercise if people were riding bikes. Biking's fun. You get to do it a lot. Don't cost you much energy, at least in totality. And, I mean, your legs get stronger, theoretically. Ah, that is a risk, though. You can hit something and you can get very hurt very easily. I fell off my bike once when I was preparing to go up Mount Chiliad and I hurt my leg. I had to bandage it up real good. Thankfully, I did, so I was okay. Yeah, I'm getting quite hungry. But we're almost there, so I don't think I'm going to have to worry too much about my hunger. My stomach can wait. Eh, looks like we're going to be riding this tunnel for a little bit. I would have it no other way. Just driving down a very quiet tunnel. I think a lot of stuff happens in these areas. Ha, look at the yellow brick wall. Like Wizard of Oz, but not quite. It'd be like if the Wizard of Oz was orientated I think 90 degrees. Yeah, it sounds about right. And people won't be walking the yellow brick road, they'd be walking the yellow brick wall. But for them, it'd still be the yellow brick road, though, so I don't know. If they want to change the lyrics. Well, our journey is almost over, friends. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves as much as I have biking around the Los Santos highways. Uh, let's look at that coastline one more time. Dang you back. Look at that coastline one more time as we go away. That's a helicopter. I think that's the news helicopter. I wonder what they're doing out in the sea. It's the top of the bike, please. Come on. Thank you. That's a very nice picture. Here's one last thing before I go. When you're dropping off a rental bike, if you're real certain safe with it and you're still on the bike, you turn invisible.